to finish the course before you sit down to learn, then please, I'm sorry, you will be disappointed. And I don't want it to happen that way. Come here so that as we are just sharing our thoughts on it, then you'll be learning alongside that. You'll be reading alongside so that at the time you'll be done, you wouldn't have much workload on you. A good student is the one who, from the beginning, decides the grade he or she wants. Then that will prepare him or her to work towards that. And so please, let us all avail ourselves. Our colleagues who are not here should come. Currently, we are around 59. Myself from it, and I think the moderator from it will give us around 59. And so it means there are some who haven't come yet. They should try to join us. All right. And so in our last meeting before we closed, we were talking about the various elements or components in the various religions, and we spoke about the deities, we spoke about the divinities, we spoke about the ancestors, and we saw some lessons from all of them. We also spoke about some mystical powers that are in there, and nicely enough, we said that we don't know where these mystical powers are coming from, and someone has also drawn inference from the lesson that if you look at it critically, when God said he has outthrown Satan and his angels, some of them came and got hanged in the air. We don't know where they landed, so we believe that they form part of the mystical powers. Okay, and so we believe that that's where they are coming from, and we are praying that these mystical powers will be left in the hands of these good people. Had it not been that, and it gets into the wrong hands, Wahala don't come. And so we pray that people with good intention or get some of it. Someone can just cause by force rainfall. If the person hits you, the person can just let rain destroy your funeral. And so we pray that some of these powers will be in the hands of people who have good intentions. All right. So if we are done with that, don't forget we also spoke about the universe, how the African perceive the universe. And for the African, we give interpretation to so many things. You see that wherever the African will go, the person has that unique meaning it ascribes to, or he or she ascribes to nature. Okay. And so that's how. Then we said NASA, a year after Ghana had its independence, after Ghana had her independence, was introduced, and they were commissioned to look at what happens in the universe. So that's why we said that there's an astronomy that looks at what happens in the universe. Good. If we have established that point, then we are progressing to another point, which another important lesson. And I remember, I think last, is either this ended, the just ended semester, there was a question like that, and I saw it somewhere where students were asked to distinguish between religious organization and religious institutions. Are they the same or they are alike? So one thing we need to know is that when we say religious organizations, they are these entities. I would say that they are quite, they are like a secular organ, okay, where they perform different activities. They extend their duties to include other functions. Then so that's the institution. Then the organization for that one, it is quite religious. It is religious in its entirety. And I think I've done something for you. Yeah, so for the organization, they are religious in nature, then the institution, they are secular in nature, in the sense that they pick different duties, they pick different taxes upon themselves, whereas religious organization, they are just meant for religious purpose. And so we can say that the church has one goal, has one purpose, and it has a group of people who have one aim and they want to do something, and they perform one they engage in religious activities. If it is convention they attend, then you see that all of them will go. If it is camp meeting, they will go. If it is fasting, they will all go. When you go to when you pick the institution, that one goes further. It includes secular activities like establishing school, establishing hospitals, engaging in so many things. They have orphanage homes where they take care of all of these people. And so if we are to look at it from that angle, then we shall say that when you look at the church is both a religious organization because there are a group of people there who perform religious activities just to achieve a common goal, and they are also engaging in some activities. Okay, and so we say that the church is both a religious organization and religious institution in the sense that the church has physical edifice, physical structures that you can talk about, and also we have a group of people, the people who make the association or the organization, they are also classified as church, and they embark on some spiritual activities. And so these are the various these will be the thing difference between religious organization and religious institutions. Then we have the types. So for the types, we have what we call church, which will be coming from ecclesia. And we also have denomination. Here we are talking about the larger nature of the church, then sect. For sect, we are talking about people who have broken away from a larger church, and we are also talking about courts. Court here talks about a group of people who they are very minute in nature, they are very small, and they don't show their faces that this is what we are up to. But then they operate in darkness. As you say that they operate in darkness, they are not all that big. And so let us move further to see what they entail. Any question? Emanuela?
Yes, sir.
Your hand is up.
Yes, please. So, please, can you say that an example of sex is those sorry, and an example of cult is the ones Ghanaians presume in quotes is an occult.
Yes, so their nature is going to look like that. You see, we have the lodge. So we ask ourselves, is lodge by the nature, are we going to say that lodge is a cult or what we call occult, or it's a sect? We're going to see that the first time I heard of sect, I think I was in SHS2 when I was reading CRS, then I heard about sect, and we were talking about the Pharisees, the Sadducees, the Herodians, and the Zealots. That was when I heard about it. I saw it to be a group of people who have broken away from that. So you let us pick them one after the other. I'm just going to pinpoint some salient parts
Okay.
in the right. Thank you so much for the question. So we have religious. So we said church is a religious organization, and it is taken from the Greek word ecclesia, which means the call out. So you see that there are a group of people who are moving out and they have a unique way of going about things. And when you look at it critically, you see that these people are indeed special and unique, and they have been called out for a purpose. So let us talk about the Methodists. What are they up to? Let us talk about the Catholic Church, that's the universal. What are they up to? Let us talk about Islam. Islam too, we shall say that it's a church. But then here we are talking about Christianity. We are limiting it to Christianity. Okay. And so what is the purpose for which they have been called for? And the first time we heard of church, we heard it from Acts, when he said the people of Antioch looked at the way the disciples and those who had accepted the faith as at that time were moving or going about their lives. And they said, these people are like Christ-like people. That's what led to what we have Christians. And so from the Christian perspective, you have been called out to act as a person. And so the church here is a community of believers, and they have been called out to serve as good example. They are going to be lamps. But how much oil do you have in your lamp to show to people? And so as an organization, we shall say that the church is then made up of children, adults, boys and girls. We shall see people from different religious background. They come together to form that. And so when you look at it critically, then we are not supposed to discriminate against anyone in the church, because it's an assembly of God's people. But then today, in our various churches, there are so many forms of discrimination that are happening in there. You have what we call so gender racism in the church. It will happen in the church too. You have age. So generally, we have so many discriminations in the system, but religious discrimination is one of them. Masa, as if why ordering? As if why ordering? 4 years. 4 years.
Hey.
You said
it is believe that when you don't go to church on Saturday, you can't go to heaven. Yes, we believe that. We as EAS.
Are you a church elder?
No, say. Oh yes, it's true.
Oh, like the entire day, like the entire day will be dedicated for you. Like, to be honest, you run away from this class.
Hey, then you should be sending us to hell. This is sending us to hell.
Yes, like today, the entire day will be dedicated for you, Fofi. Like that, you have been passed. Okay, so there is this kind of discrimination that happens in the church. If you don't have money, you will not go and sit at the higher side. Okay, you not get that kind of accolade that should be given to you when it is harvest time. You will not get anything. You will not regard you in that sense. We will not call you. We will not mind you. Say, Isaiah, I see your hand. I'll call you. If you come to and the money you give is not enough, we will not call you next time. Must that be the case? Say, Isaiah, I see your hand. Isaiah Kobe.
Thank you, sir. Sir, permit me to ask this question. When during the first block, those of us who read religion, in fact, we came to see, or let me say, I came to see a certain term called schism. Schism. Now we are talking about, in the course of your explanation, you are making us aware of the fact that certain religious groups may break away from the original or may break away from the bigger one. Can we say it has some relation with schism? Thank you, sir.
Yeah, so that's what we call Sikhism. SCHISM, right? Yes, so that is when you are breaking away from a mother church. So we shall see it there. And we have a confidant one who broke away from Catholic Church in the name of he want to Africanize the way worship is performed. And so we don't rush. We shall get there. Okay, we shall get there. The religion people are in the building. All right. So how do we discriminate against these people? So I say you But in the first place, is discrimination happening in the church? Let me find from you. Let me find out from you. Is discrimination happening in the church?
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, very serious. Eh?
How does it
Yes.
manifest?
More than discrimination.
Hey, hey,
Yes, I learned in some churches like Pentecost and Co. If you don't have money, they will not do you as an elder or even deacon.
It is not true. It is not
they
true.
will not appoint you as deacon.
Not
They will
true.
not do you. It's not true. They will not do
Okay.
you.
So how does this discrimination happen? Please let us work with time.
Sir, please can I talk?
Oh, talk.
Okay. Okay. So there are some churches. If you don't give huge sums of money at church, maybe for during harvest and other church activities, Kofini Ama and the rest. If you don't donate huge sums of money, you are not regarded. And those that do it, they are given special places in the church to sit. That one is discrimination. And also, regarding to this Pentecost church and some other churches, they give seats to high people, like
High
they
profile
revere.
individuals, yes.
Yes, exactly. So if mama is coming, they go for mama's bag. If daddy is coming, they go for daddy's bag. Daddy's portmanteau, they come and put it down. So you see that if you go to church first, someone can leave the house as far as 3 kilometers and then go to church as early as 6 a.m. even before church starts at 9. But they will tell the person not to sit at the front seat just because mommy and mama will come and sit there and daddy and papa will come and sit there. It's not fair. It's not fair. Heaven, you ain't in Beko.
So,
But
so
it's
will you
not fair.
cry?
I
So
will
will you
not
cry?
cry. I will not
Get
cry. What I
money,
can do is to leave the church. I'll leave the church.
Hey.
I'll leave the church, build an altar in my room, pray to God,
Ella,
live
Obi Yobi
a
Wati.
peaceful life.
Obi Yobi Wati.
Okay, we have heard you. Please don't leave. Don't leave. Don't leave. Mhm. All right. Yes. So there is this pastor whose daughter is pregnant, and there is this street hawker who is also pregnant. But then we've asked the street hawker to go and sit at the back, and now the pastor's daughter or the eldest daughter is left, or even she'll be forced to go and abort the baby. Is that a form of discrimination? So the one who kept the pregnancy is now being classified as evil, but the one who aborted the baby, angel. So someone like Angel, I don't want to mention anyone's name, and maybe someone will not hear it, but I will pick that portion alone and go and use it.
This one there is hypocrisy.
Yes, so these are some of the things that are happening. This person is from this tribe, and so we cannot make him a leader of this church. We cannot appoint him as elder. We cannot
Even in a
appoint him.
political form.
Yes, so these are some of the discrimination that are happening. You may be discriminated upon based on your social status, based on your financial or economic status. So we need to be aware of that. There was a lady who, anytime there was harvest, the lady was being pampered, just like I think Emanuela was talking about earlier. She'll be pampered. Now it got to a point in time. You see, money has wings that can fly. Okay, money can fly from your hands. The woman did some investment, and unfortunately, her money got missing. And so now she came to church when it was harvest. The way they were just holding her, taking her bag. Some people dipping their hands in her bag. Now use it to clean the face. That wasn't happening anymore. And so she realized that because in the cars and say and family now God being so good, she bounced back very good and very boldly this time round. If it were to be you, when it's time for harvest, will you go? When the church members helped her to squander all her money and now she was in trouble, you couldn't see any elder going to her to just encourage her. If it were to be you, will you go? Let us be frank. I know for you, this class, you are frank. In fact, you speak the truth. If it were to be you, what will you do? When
If
it's time
she's
for
my friend, I'll go.
harvest in the church,
Sɛ me deɛ sɛ maka
Lalai,
biribi
lalai,
akyerɛ wo dada.
lalai, lalai, lalai,
Maka biribi
lalai,
akyerɛ wo
lalai.
dada sɛ me akɔle no m'agya me.
Sɛ ebia asɛ wɔ me ne wɔ saa deɛ a
Sir,
mɛkɔ.
maybe I'll go, but I won't do any contribution.
Sir, please let's
I'll
ask
just be
Alhaji.
seated.
pardon?
Please let's ask Alhaji.
Why do you want to ask Alaji? Who said we should ask Alaji? Alaji, come and remove your mouth. All right. Oh, why this thing? Okay, so the machine has responded now. Now we move on to talk about denomination. And denomination here means larger, okay, or with a name. So when you're talking about it from this angle, oh, right. Whose hand is up?
Sir, please, I'm the one.
Me, please.
Yes, talk. I am
Sir,
having
please,
something.
I wanted to talk about what you said. The question that if I'll be attending the church too. I was about to say that yes, because I wasn't doing it for a human being, but it's between you and God. So if you are doing something in the church and some people are, because of you don't have money or you're having some challenges, so they are not giving you the attention that they used to give you, and later you bounce back and you're having back your money, that doesn't mean that I won't do what I was doing at first. I have to do it because it's between you and God, not you and human being. That's my point. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. The next person.
Yes. So the point I want to make is that with the issue of discrimination, we need to understand that in every human society there's discrimination, and so even in the Bible there's discrimination. So once you are not at the same level and you are being discriminated against, like our sister is saying, a mommy is giving special consideration, and that is it. If you are given, more contribution in church, you should be given that recognition, because the Bible says those who serve should be given what? Double honor. So if somebody has, higher contribution towards the church, what do you call development and all that, the person should be given, more consideration. And so in every human society that is there, but discrimination comes where people who are at the same level, and are supposed to be given the same recognition are being discriminated against, or one is being discriminated against. So that's where the problem comes. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes, but we now live in a community where you're supposed to give large for you to be recognized. That's the problem. Okay, so this machine is worrying me. We continue from there.
So,
Yes.
since you've not been able to work on your technical issue, I want to say something relating to what you just said. You said something that we are living in a community. Hey, looks like he's gone.
I'm here, but I
Oh,
cannot
okay.
see it. Yeah, so
Okay. So you said we now live in a community where one has to give something large for the person to be recommended. So in my former school, a school I was before I got transferred, um, there is this teacher on the staff who is not regarded in terms of anything, but she is only called when the school needs a brain. This means that whether contributions or anything, she's not called. Even sometimes during meetings, our head disregards her suggestions and submissions. But asam a ebefi n'enum aba no wotumi sɛ asam no asɛ yɛn a yɛtete wɔ sɛbi yɛde yɛnim nyansa because n'asɛm a ɔbɛka no emu odu nyansa wɔ nti no ebi wɔ hɔ a ɛnyɛ sika nko ara o ɛyɛ nyansa obi a ɔde ne nyansa boa a ɛyɛ yie nti sɛ moka sɛ sika nko ara nti no na yɛbɛhwɛ na yɛde ama nipa ase mɛsi position wei anaasɛ yɛbɛma no that kind of reverence a ɛyɛ ana ɛnyɛ fine.
so it's a big problem. But how then do you solve it?
So you solve it by leaving them.
Exactly what I said. So for the mathematics.
Hello, say. Hello, say.
Nowhere cool, oh, nowhere cool. Oh. Everywhere there's a problem. Oh.
There is a problem. I mean, you're the better.
Is that a sin to do that as a church?
No well cool. But you see any day you're the better and you're the amount for better. Because we try to play to Mukrana.
Ella,
Nipa appreciate it.
Ella,
Yes, Paul.
when your father have a problem,
Oh, and I'm father no me cry 3 years in it.
hey, yo, Aboko.
Oh, and yeah, me
Anyway,
all
Jesus
time.
knows you.
Oh, he knows me and he
Eh,
loves me.
Jesus knows you and loves you,
And
sure.
he lives in me.
Yeah, technically.
Offering and tithes can go to church. The human being will be here.
All right. So I have to switch here quickly because the machine is worrying me. So we need to tackle that problem. Now we move to talk about denomination. And denomination here is quite different. It's also a church, but based on the structure and based on the number, we say that denomination is large in one sense. Again, it has a name because if you're looking arithmetically, then the word denomination will tell you that, oh, with a name, okay, with a name. So we say that then these people have a name that they are identified with, and that makes them so special. And most of the time, you see that they follow a bureaucracy. They follow a bureaucracy where there are ranks in the church's leadership. In case you need to buy anything, you need to run quickly to go and talk to someone up there for them to give you a check.
Yeah, say,
before-
since your
Yes,
voice
sir.
is very far,
Is what?
is very far from the mic.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Is it
Yes,
okay
sir,
now?
please.
Yes.
Is it okay now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you let us manage this one. I am restarting the laptop so that we will have a smooth mic. Right. So that is it. And so for them, their organization, they are organized in a sense that you have to work from one head to the other. We can look at the Presbyterian Church. We can talk about Catholic. You see, you cannot just rise like what you do in most charismatic churches, where in case you want to do anything, you just rise to do something. No, 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 no. It's never done that way. Here, you have to consult those who are above you. And most of the time, you see that they have their headquarters. So you can talk about the Lutheran, you can talk about the Seventh-day Adventist Church, you can talk about the Presbyterian Church, you can talk about Pentecost. Is it worldwide? We can talk about Presby. We can talk about Anglican. All of these churches, they have their main headquarters that you can depend on. And so separate denominations, they coexist, and most people are members of these various denominations because their parents born them into it. They will tell you, oh, me ba mu ache, ya o me tu mu. And so they know the tradition of all of these denominations. When you misbehave or when you challenge them, they will bring you the foundation. They will tell you, I am an autochthon. I am a member because I was born into it that way. And so because they are born into it, they are considered automatic members till they die. No one leaves it. Most of the time, they will even stop, go and join other denominations or other churches, but still they will be holding on dear onto the faith they once believed in. And they remain members of this denomination, this large group, until at times when, because of some of this Shikism, where maybe something happened to you, and because of that, you don't want, maybe you were not treated fairly, or let's say the church's cake
Hello, sir.
wasn't shared fairly. Yes, madam.
Sir, please. I can't hear you. Your volume is very low.
Then it's from your end.
Fine.
Me too,
Yes.
I can't hear
Okay,
you.
thank you. Then let me rejoin.
Yeah, so you rejoin. Yes, so for some people, or in fact, this is what I don't want. You see, what I was saying. So because you were not treated fairly, you may choose to leave the church. But they will rather continue to stay in it. Most of the time, it is people who give birth to populate or increase the number. And so that's that. Now we come to sect. As compared to denomination, this one is very small. A sect is very small. But let me find out from you. What will be some of the reasons why someone will leave a church? What will be some of the reasons why someone will leave a church? And what are the ways to win them
Sometimes
back?
marriage.
Okay, so marriage can take you from your church. That's amazing.
Yes.
What else?
Conflict. Conflict too.
Conflict, like how?
Oh, like in churches now. Sometimes welfare issues, collection, especially those who have been counting it. They'll be stealing it and other stuff.
Ah,
So you may yeah, it happens. So you may complain. And it may lead to conflict.
Then what will cause you to stop going to church? So doctrinal differences may cause. Pardon?
Pregnancy.
How?
Maybe in your church you're not supposed to get pregnant before you marry. So
Don't mention any church's name here, please.
I said maybe in one church or in your church.
Okay.
I'm not mentioning any church.
Yes, in answer.
In my church?
That's why I said maybe.
Hey.
It's not certain yet.
Okay. In one church.
Yes, in
you
one
say
church.
in one church, but if you say in my church, then you are directing it to me.
Your government
Okay.
force you to change your church.
So in one church, maybe the elder or the church pastors said that a law has been passed that no woman should get pregnant before marriage, and out of wedlock you give birth or they catch you pregnant, they can ask you to leave the church.
Oh, just like that. But this is not fair. It's
Oh
not a fair
yes.
treatment.
Mm.
It happens.
What other reason may lead one to leave the church? What other reason may cause one to leave a church, please?
Say sometimes it's the same thing.
What?
As we are studying religion, we are getting some new knowledge.
Huh. I am not the one who is causing it to.
So this let's somebody stop going to church. Because me, for instance, now
Please let us control the echo. The echo.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
One other thing that can also make one secede from the church is when you want to propose a change which will help all, but authorities or other people refuse. When you see that the change which you think may have helped, they are not, agreeing with you, then maybe you can leave.
Wow. That's so fantastic. Okay, so we have seen some of the reasons. In fact, the reasons are enormous. Maybe someone to welfare was not given to him or her. The person has now decided to just stay off the church. Maybe the person lost a relative. The people and the church members didn't come, so that one to let me sit by somewhere. Someone said marriage. Someone has you might have been in the church for so long, no one is marrying you, and someone from different church comes to you and said, "Oh, I want to marry you." Someone who maybe your spec is of different denomination. Now the person comes in, try to woo you, shower you with so many things you need in life. Now that one is also pushing you. So these are some of the reasons why someone will have to break away from a church. So when you break away, when some of these people break away, and lucky enough, they find themselves, they now get what we call a sect. So they are now going to form that small organization where they are also going to continue engaging themselves in some religious activities. But then they are also in the, so a set is that kind of religious group that has broken away from the mother denomination, and now has also put in some things to just maintain. Maybe there is a doctrine, a dogma that you think needs to be held high, but then the elders are trying to be too conservative. They are not in fall in line or following your demand, so you just continue to do that. So we can talk about Damoa, or Comfort Damoa, where he broke away from, we told he broke away from the Catholic Church, and he now established the Africanian mission, right? The Africanian mission, where he believed that there are rich culture, there are rich elements that need to be projected high, that need to be seen in the way we go about our worship. If that's the case, then let us hold dear to this. So that's why he broke away from the Catholic. And you see, most of these churches are foreign to us. They come with what they need, what need to be done. But what do we also do to ensure that they are reflecting what we have on our land? Okay. And so some of them were so smart, they had to quickly introduce drums, because you see, for African indigenous religion, one of the things it was doing was mostly using drums. Our chief priests, they were drumming, and so that led them to introduce drums. Other than that, most of them were using hymns. So you can talk about the Methodist, you can talk about the Presbyterian. But even for now, they have all made up their mind to follow or try to modernize a bit, where they are also introducing jazz and other tools that will help them win more souls, especially the youth. And so that is that for you. Any other example?
Yes, sir, please.
Hello, sir.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
my hand is up.
Sometimes it may be leadership opposition. When some elders of the church are vying for certain positions and one is behind, and then the person sees that he has majority of members behind him or her, behind him. Sometimes he will leave and join another church, but he may leave and then establish another church. So that one too.
Okay.
One of the reasons.
Someone said her hand was up.
Yeah, sir, please. Most prophets who broke away from the main denomination due to some policies or doctrines of the main denomination or the mother denomination. For example, the Church of Pentecost, for instance, when people get that gift to be prophets, they want to be prophesizing. And the policy of the church too does not allow them to be prophesying in public and etc. So as a result of this, they may want to break away to establish their own church so that they'll be able to do whatever they want to do. So that is what another example that I
Mokasado. Michamu.
Ah. Hey, sir, you are exaggerating.
Yeah, so we have that one. If you don't take it, but we have people who are always experiencing such part of the human. and it is so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Right. So we have the sect. Now, most of the time, they break away. They break away, and as they are operating, you will see that they will metamorphose to become a denomination. You also see them, they are trying to evangelize. And someone has said, if you want to start a church, just get some 3 ladies. Let one be playing that akese. Then let one to also be shouting. Okay, you in fact you get so many church members. You get so many church members. I don't know how true it is, but I am yet to start. In fact, can I get about 3 ladies here who can help me to establish a church? And
Yes,
the moment such thing comes up, you see that.
Yeah, please, why this?
Please,
And
I want
I
to be
am the
the
one who take
treasurer.
care of the money.
Yeah, I'll help
I am
you.
hey, I am the one who take care of the money and say treasure. Where is Emanuela?
Please, I'm the treasurer.
You see, breakaway is
Ah,
about
what's
happening
your
every.
sorry you?
Ah, so in
Now
fact,
that now they want. Stop that now.
we need to get the name for our church. Um,
Yes.
Amping Ministries.
hmm. Okay, that's good. I'm trying to connect. I'm trying to join the use a laptop so that we can have our peace of mind. All right. So there are times people break away and they tend to establish certain things, and you see that they will be doing some evangelism, or they will try to evangelize so that they will get so many people. They will get so many people to increase the number, and so as time goes by, you see that the number.
Okay.
I am here. So I am here. I am here. I've been able to join you here. So Ampe Ministry. In fact, I'm the one who keep every money. I'm the one who keep every money.
Don't worry,
No
your
one.
Sofumami is here.
Yeah, it's not fair.
Your Sofumami is here to help you keep the money.
Say, it's the
Madam,
same also. Mommy said the same also. Mommy said she will chop you the last time. She's not also mommy.
Hey, boy. They.
Who said that?
Don't mind her. She's not
Who
from
said?
God.
Who said?
If you know.
Also, hey. All right. So yeah. You see, I think in the 15th century or in the 16th century, Martin Luther, when he had his 19 theses hanging in front of University of Wittenberg, that was the time we say that happened. A sect broke away from the main denomination. You see, they broke away from the Catholic Church because they were saying that there are so many things that are happening in the Catholic Church that need not to be done. And so he hanged the thesis in Germany as at that time. And so we have Protestants who began some of this, and we have the Mennonites, we have the Quakers, another group that started. And so, funny enough, as they progress, then they will now convert, or they will now end up, when their number increase and they have that kind of bureaucracy, then they tend to have what we call the denomination. So we have seen the distinction between denomination and sect. Now we come to court. Court here is a small religious organization that deviates from all the normal activities we see in both courts and in both sects and denominations. They are similar to that of sects, but they are not the same. They are similar to sects. Also, they are also few. Okay, for courts, they are few, but they are not the same as sects. You see that these people, they conduct their activities in secrecy. They will not come and be evangelizing. No, it doesn't happen that way. For them, they don't look for people. They don't try to convert people. And so they are different from sects. You see, sect breaks away from a denomination, but for court, or what some people say, court here is not the same as court. Here we are saying court. For courts, they have not broken away from the larger denomination as we see in the sects. But for court, they are part of the main body, but they hide themselves and operate. They are in the church, but then they are a few groups. So like witches who are part of the church, but then they have decided to now operate under G. Secondly, they are often secretive. So if you don't have people who will link you to them, it becomes very difficult for you to get them to engage even them in your studies. It becomes very difficult. That is how they operate. And most of the time you see that they do not convert. They don't have the zeal or the energy to make new converts. And again, they have some charismatic leaders that will lead them, and these leaders, they have some kind of extraordinary qualities that will help them to be able to lead the court. And so whenever we hear some of these things, we are saying that it is bad, but then we shouldn't think about it that way. We have lodge, so we ask ourselves: is lodge a cult or is a sect? Where do we get lodge?
It's a cult.
I think it's a cult.
It's a cult. Okay. So where do they operate?
In secrecy. So it is difficult to even get to know exactly where they operate. So just like you said, unless you are linked up, you cannot know where they operate exactly.
Okay. Yes. So for here, if you want to become a member, someone has to initiate you. That's why when you go to the world of, let's say, the spirit world, you need people to initiate you into some of these things. Right. So we can say that all the various churches we have around today, they all started as sects, and also some of them started as cults. Then for now, they've grown into what we have now. Emanuela.
So please, I want to know if Freemason is the same as Lodge.
Well, so I have not researched into that.
Okay.
If Freemason, yes, but if someone here can help us, I think it will be very good. You do that. I think I'll have to get it. In fact, you see, religion is large.
It's a different thing.
Okay. Yes. Thank you so much. So it's a large area where you have to decide where you want to specialize. So I think I'll have to look at some time to buy some time to read into such thing. Thank you so much for your question. So most of the time we see that courts, so another image of the court is that some of the leaders mostly mislead their people. And we were in Ghana when people were asked to bring, how do you call it? People were asked to open their mouth for their pastors to spit into their mouth. Some people were asked to chew grasses. Okay, they were operating in secrecy. Some of them were asked to bring their panties and a whole lot of scenarios you can mention, or you can just relate it. And again, in South Africa, we were told that some members were asked to commit suicide. Of course, these charismatic leaders, don't forget, we said one of the differences, one of the characteristics that make cult different from a set is that they have for cult, they have charismatic leaders who champion them, or who have that kind of charisma to encourage them to do something great for themselves. So some people were asked to commit suicide, and recently something is happening in our country with regards to second chance. Please, if you are a believer here, I am not here to attack. I'm not here to attack. But then he has said something that people should arrange, or people should sell all their belongings, and after selling, they will join him in heaven. So that is it. Some people were asked to drink poison. Okay, they were asked to drink poison because if they don't die, they will not do it. So in the 1990s, we saw that so many people were told in a Heaven's Gate court they committed suicide by drinking poison. So like DDT. Please be very careful. Don't go. Remember when we were about leaving when we were ending the lecture before the night, I told you to be very careful. Okay, some people can do crazy things in the churches. So they committed some of this suicide just in the name of doing some of these things. So these are some of the things the various courts do. The various courts do. I think when you read them, you'll be able to understand them. Any question for us to move? Any question?
Yes, so there was a time I read about, I don't know whether you know about it, the Guyana incident.
Yes, I think it's in the handouts.
In court leader, I think over hundreds or thousands of members to drink a poison, and they all died, but he himself didn't drink it.
So you see, what do we do to some of these people? What do we do to some of these people? Are we going to allow them to mislead people just like?
Oh, they must go to jail.
In fact, do we have the secretary to, is it Ebonua? Is the secretary here? Today you are all quiet. Hey.
Comfort.
Comfort. Oh yes.
Comfort. The secretary is Alaji.
Hey, Alaji himself going to be a secretary to Ebonua. You see, you are now apportioning blame. You are pushing it from one person to the other. Now that he has a problem, I saw some people who were compiling names. They were compiling people's names for the ark. Now that he's into trouble, you are running away from him. Okay, we shall talk about that. So we have African social system, and here the idea is that there are so many people in the community, and these people interact with one another, and their behavior also influences one another. And so whenever you're talking about a system, then we should put it from this angle, like an entirety, an entity where various elements are now within the entity are contributing their roles to help. They are interacting, and this interaction is effective to help the system to work effectively. And so a social system here refers to that kind of plurality or group of individuals who are now conversing with each other based on the culture they have and the values they hold dear to, and they also the beliefs they hold in high esteem. And so you see that in a system, there are so many parts in there. And so we now draw an analogy between the human body. That is how a social system is supposed to be like, where we have various elements, various components in there, and everyone is contributing his or her quota. If you don't contribute yours, you are going to put the entire system at risk. So the body as a system has the eyes, the nose, the stomach, the hands, the legs. In fact, you mentioned it. The pancreas, the lungs, the kidneys, everything in there. And I am thinking someone is expecting me to mention some two parts. I'll not mention. So don't worry. The way some of you are quiet, I'll not mention. We are not doing that course here. So every part plays its role. You see, after cooking, you now put the food into your mouth, bolus. Now you chew it, you munch it. Now you send it as a bolus through the esophagus and the lungs. Then it goes into the big and small stomach. Then the intestines and the other components in there, they all contribute their parts to ensure that the body, so they all go in there to take what they need to ensure that the body is functioning effectively. And so based on these functions, we can see that they are quite interrelated. If you don't chew the food for it to break down, there is no way the bolus can now go into the stomach. So we see that there's that kind of interrelation and interconnectedness between the various parts of the body. Exactly. In our system, if we want to function effectively, then we need a system where everyone is contributing his or her quota. If you know this, you wouldn't be employed. Then you would just go and sit there saying that I don't have anything to do. Someone has said that if you want to go far, okay, if you want to go far, you need to go in pairs. But if you want to go fast, go alone. So where do you want to go? Where do you want to go? This life that we are seeing is a matter of partnership. It's a matter of partnership. If you are the one who don't like partnering, you not excel in academia. And you see, I was telling my boss this, that, Prof, from the look of things, you have now shown me how to be an academician or academics. Okay, but then as you are teaching myself and my juniors, I have seen that one person cannot survive alone in this field. If you want to teach people in the classroom, you alone, you cannot solve it. Although you might have learned the psychology, the inclusion, the philosophies, the methods, and everything you have learned, the strategies in teaching and all in everything, in everything. You see, you alone, you cannot do it all. You cannot do it by yourself. So let's just try to form teams. That calls for group studies. At this moment, you see, your time is very limited. And so you have to now be using some of this online media. Do you want to use Google Meet? Do you want to use Zoom? Do you want to use WhatsApp so that you may be able to learn? You are going to be treated like you are being treated like regular students, because when you get your certificate, we don't say that this person is a switch student or this person is a regular student, this person is an institute student. No, you are all going to get the same certificate, and so you are getting the same treatment. And so please, that's why I've said that by next year, November, you will see me. They say, "Hey, this the guy. Oh, this the guy."
Is this year? Is this year? Please.
Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah. I thought I'm still in 2025. Oh,
We
Ella,
bring you in 2026 in Jesus' name.
I refuse, because 2026. Hey,
Amen.
I see that my age is just increasing. I don't want to come.
Me cry, dear grandma. I'm scared.
Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. All right. So the various paths contribute their roles, and you cannot work in isolation. If you want to work alone, you hey, go ahead days when we came to the university. In fact, as at that time, there was no long quiz. But I remember we woke up around 5 p.m. 5 a.m. to go and write one quiz and come and see. No one was on the road. And so those of us who were in that very hall, we had to move together. Exactly. If we want to be successful, then we need to work hand in hand. Let that kind of relation, that's interrelation and interconnectedness work, so that the system will work effectively. If we are to talk about galamsey, this galamsey that is happening, the galamsey, if we are to go there individually, you go with me that we cannot combat it. But if everyone is contributing, the one who is singing, and I need to connect Nasi, he has composed a song for that. If the doctors, okay, medical doctors are contributing their part, if teachers are contributing their part by implementing the curriculum as expected of them, we will now sensitize people who will be able to go out there to go and stop the problem. So we all have a role to play. We have a role to play. And so what are some of the characteristics? What are some of the features of a social interaction? A social system? One is that there is that kind of interaction, that within the system, we all interact with each other. Just imagine the guy who was in a room and was not talking to the wife. Now he was leaving and he just left the money and left palm nuts. The wife woke up and met cockroach. Okay, she met a cockroach lying down beside the money and the palm nuts. So it means I want to eat palm soup. If the kind of interaction, communication that is supposed to be assumed is not taking place, it's not happening, then it means that we are going to malfunction. He came back and the wife had caught all the cockroaches in their rooms and had prepared soup with the cockroach. So obedi cockroach in quine. He came to eat cockroach soup. I pray no one here will prepare some for the husband or the children. Now, the second point is saying that the interaction that happens is meaningful. It is meaningful. Everyone knows what he or she is contributing. If we are saying that we want to be partners and raise a family, we should all know our roles. Don't say that you are a husband and so you don't care. You are the head of the family, but you don't perform your roles. No, be intentional about whatever you are doing. Be intentional about it. A wife, play your wifey role. A child, play your role. Whatever you are doing, contribute, ensure that it is contributing to the well-being of the system. That is the meaningful nature of it. Whatever you are doing, where do we want to go? So today I was listening to a guy who was saying that, what do you do as a lady for me to marry you? And it is, I said, wow. He said, when you come, there are some people who don't want to get married to. And so for them, they call Bediwa, they just come, spend your money, go their ways. But some people too, when they come, they'll not take anything from you. They will not take anything from you. And such people, you need to hold them high esteem. So I cited an example where this person, you're saying that it is your birthday. Go and pick your birthday, go for birthday shopping. Do you know what the person did? Should I tell you?
Yes, sir.
The lady went to buy makeup stuff, the things you ladies you use for makeup. She went to buy 11,000 Ghana cedis.
Wonderful.
Wow. So
Hey. Like seriously.
do you expect to be married? The interaction, is it meaningful? Why am I going to get the money now to wed you? If you come, instead of you cooking, you say, let us go and buy food. Let us go and do that. Let us go and do that. So the interaction, it should be meaningful. We should all target one thing to do. Then again, the part of the social system are related on the basis of functional relationships. So of course, we all have various duties we are supposed to perform. And if you don't perform yours, the entire system is going to collapse. Again, the social system is a unit. So just like the family is a unit, if a family, the entire system refuses to perform its function, one is going to, in fact, you didn't experience that kind of joy in it. So use your body as an example. You are a unit on your own, and you have your nose, you have your kidney, you have your head, you have your tongue, everything is in there. If one thing is not working, the entire system, the entire unit is going to function. And you're going to get headache, going to get stomach pains, you're going to get so many problems. So that is how, if we don't work together as a system, as one people, that's what happens to us. And so are you the teacher who, when you go to the field or you go to the classroom, you divide your students, you don't promote unity among them? The moment you see one student seated there, you say, hey, this student, you in fact, you don't know anything. Why don't you mix them so that they have mixed abilities? So that at the end of the day, you'll be able to get one full system that everyone will not be left apart or will not be left behind. Yes, so as teachers, we are now expected to also be promoting some of these things in the class. See yourself as a system where if one person is left behind, you are going to suffer. Who wants to be an armed robber? Do you want to get an armed robber? Do you want to get a prostitute? Do you want to get someone who does not contribute anything to the well-being of the society? If you don't want it that way, then try to bring other people. You see, growing up, some teachers were saying, oh, you people, you cannot do this. Oh, this person can do that. And today, all of us are in the system. And so how you train, the way you train us, we are now going to pay you back. We're not going to pay you back. And you see, it will be very painful for you to grow and now people don't come closer to you. So now that you have the ability, of course, there are some people who are very toxic in the system. They are toxic. You give them chance, they will ruin you. In fact, they will spoil you. Be very careful with it. But open your doors for some of these members to also come in. The last point is saying that social system is or has that kind of relation with our cultural system. So culture here is a way of life of a group of people. And here it will include whatever we do as people. It will include the food we eat, our language, our chieftaincy, even the music we hear will be part of our culture. And so here we see that culture determines the nature of that kind of relationship that exists. At times you say, hey, keep my friend, keep quiet. Who do you think you are? Your elders are talking, so you don't talk. And we are in this part of the world where if you are a child and you have a case or you fall into problem with someone, you are regarded as a minor. So you not be listened to. Meanwhile, you also have a role you play. And so the culture in which you find yourself may also determine the kind of system that you will help to champion. The last one is saying that it is related to time factor. So the relation, you know that this is the system. You see that these people move hand in hand. These people move very well. Other people don't move very well. With regards to age, again, with regards to territory, as we are here right now, some of us we are seeing night. Other people are also seeing day. Other people are also in the midnight. And so that kind of interaction that happens is also dependent on the territory you find yourself and the particular society you find yourself. So the social system is not all the same in all ages. That's what you're trying to say here. Time changes, right? Time changes. Today we are happy, tomorrow we are sad. That's why Ecclesiastes said there is time for everything. So it is not what we want to say that society as we see, it is not static. It keeps on changing day in, day out. It keeps on changing no matter what happens. So we keep on bringing certain things on board. Now, based on the classification, who is this? Based on the classification, we can say that some scholars have tried to put our social system into classes for us. So we have Louis Henry Morgan, who has classified it, and for him, he classified it into 3 categories. The savagery social system, and that was the wild. That was when human started. If we are to bring Emile Durkheim in and Charles Darwin in, when people metamorphosed from apes and now came to live that kind of village life, they will see light and they'll be run away. Sorry. In fact, as at that time, they were living like animals. Then, as time went by, they moved into the barbarian social system. That's the uncivilized social system. So there's a difference between the wild and the uncivilized. As at that time, they were quite humans, but they were not staying as they were not as one group of people where they would say, let us form a family. No, 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 no. They were just they were moving or living that kind of sedentary life, moving from one place to the other. Then, lucky enough, we have moved into the civilized social system. That's a modern. And of course, we are still moving on to different stages. I don't know whether there will be any other stage. So the civilized social system, and this is where we have technology. Sometimes I think yesterday or last week I was seeing, oh, if you were born in the 90s, you were the millennial, the Gen Z. So you see, we have different categories that we are giving to ourselves. So if you were born in the 90s, then millennial, you are here. We see you. The Gen Z from the 2000s, they are there. So we have now metamorphosed, we've grown, and we are moving on as we are living our lives. Again, for him, Louis Morgan has also given us cultural evolution, telling about how humans move from they depending on fruits. They didn't have any idea of just cut part of the fruit you have or just keep the seed, nurse it, and now let it grow to become something for you. So they use that for us. Then when humans discovered fire, of course, when you read history, the discovery of fire was a great achievement. As at that time, they needed fire to protect themselves because animals were there. They were also living in cold. So they needed that kind of warmth. There is what we call the Sabbath curriculum. The Sabbath curriculum, SABER tooth. What is Sabbath? What is Sabbath?
So it's an animal. I know it to be an animal like a wild cat.
Yes. So tiger. You are right. So that's that. So they were trying to use the fire to protect themselves. So if you want to be an expert in curriculum studies, I think that forms the basics. That's the genesis of curriculum, where the new first man sat down and realized that, oh, my children or our children have been playing around. Meanwhile, our problems are enormous. If that's the case, let me now come up with a curriculum. And so at a point in time, they saw that tigers or the saber-tooth was hunting people, were just killing people, bears were killing them. So they had to protect themselves with fire. And so you see that the invention of fire was something that was a breakthrough for the people as at that time. So you continue and you continue, and you see that even Emil Durkheim has also put this social system into classes. They have put them into classes. So for we have another categorization which looks at the hunting social system. That is when people were living as nomadic, the pastoral, so the semi-nomadic, they were, although having, so for the nomadic, they were moving from places to places, tendering their animals, let's say cattle. They didn't have places that they were staying. Then they came to the pastoral social system. As at that time, they were having places that they were lodging, and so they could go around and come still stay. Some people were also at the back or were left in the house who were also helping to produce crops to do that. Then we have the agrarian social system. That's the rural people who were living in the rural stage. Okay, so as time went by, people started planting. Said, oh, let us try to cultivate the land. Let us try to get constant source of food so that we can feed our population. Then we also have the industrial social system, that's the urban, and that is where we experience the industrial revolution. That's where the industrial revolution started, where people dedicated most of their time in the industry. And they were operating the industry, producing foods, turning some of these goods into finished products for human consumption. So when you look at it critically, you see that the society has metamorphosed and everyone was having his or her own duties to perform. Now we have some characteristics of a social system. Any question? Any question? Okay, so we see Emil Durkheim's classification there. Now we come to a prerequisite. If we want to say that this is a social system, what do we need? What do we need to say that this is a social system? The things we need to put in place for us to,
anything that we have learned in 20
things we need to put in place to be able to say that this is a social system. So we have essential prerequisites for a healthy social system. And one is the biological prerequisites. And here we are talking about adequate members. Of course, for a social system to work effectively, we need people. We need quite a number of people to work effectively. Each student, you are very important. We cherish all of you so much. We love you so much because without you, our system cannot function effectively. You see? So, although when the people are many, for now we are around 8 billion in the entire world, 8 billion. Someone says humans are sweet, but don't forget we cannot chew humans. When humans are not closer to you, you cannot survive. You don't feel so much happy. So we need people. We need you. We need you. A man, you need a woman. A woman, you need a man. And so I don't know where the idea is coming from. People are saying that, why, for me, I'm not married. For me, I want to marry. I want to marry. I need people. The people shouldn't be too much. People shouldn't be too less for the social system to work. People should also procreate. If you want to ensure continuity of the system, if we as a system, we will survive, we need to keep on procreating. You see, God even told us that we should give birth and fill the surface of the earth. So give birth. As a social system, you need to give birth. And today, when you die, things will happen. I came across one guy who was saying that humans are very important. There will be a time when some countries will start importing humans. I don't know the kind of country though, but I am wondering for Ghana, for Ghana, we cannot import humans because one person is having about 7 children. Some people are having 12 children. Meanwhile, they don't have anything to do. Okay, some of them don't have television. They don't. Yes.
So I learned in Japan, the majority of them are of the old age, and there are several homes that do not have people. So they are believing that the country is like slowly dying off because there are no young ones to take up the older.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Matthew.
Belgium too. Belgium is also experiencing the same thing.
Thank you so much. You see, I'm talking with facts. I'm talking with facts. Oh, there will be a time. Is it Leyte? Oh, there is a North African country where they are also shorting guys. Charlie, let us apply. They are renting their men. So like Fofi now. Like
yeah, what?
Fufu.
Yeah, na one and muso obemo what?
Monko nyame bɛkyerɛ. Monko nyame bɛkyerɛ.
Ella yenko baby, yenko baby. We shall do the
Monko
right
nyame
way.
bɛkyerɛ.
That your way, then yam bitch be.
Share the link. Share the link.
Share the link to do what in this class? Where are you sharing to? Right now, another
You just said something. Say,
Share the
now who
link.
can
Share
be
the
say you are
link.
not married?
Yeah,
Pacho,
you are
Obia
all
when
the
it
men
taste.
here.
Mesrao pa Obia when it taste. Mete say
All
kasa
the
wale
men here.
mesrao.
All the men here. In fact, you young worry.
Sir, speak for yourself. Sir, speak for
The link.
yourself.
Share the link. Share the link.
Fine.
So you see, there will be a time where people will they will start importing people, some countries. So the men, be ready, you'll be exported. You'll be exported.
Well, hurry up and leave your wife.
But I went to church and there was oh, are you listening to me? There was this lady who brought a complaint. I think she's a widow. She brought a complaint that the men, no, is that their wives are refusing to die so that they the widows can marry the widow. I say, hey. So they want the widows want the widowers to the men who have wives to also lose their wives so that the men will come and marry them. Can you just imagine? Is this so procreation is very important too. Now another prerequisite is functional prerequisites, which has to look at obedience to social norms. So there are people who are here, they are in the social system. When you ask them to do this, they say, I'll not do it. When you come to the class, for us to have a peaceful classroom, for us to have an ambience, for us to have a decorum, turn off your microphones. They said no. Then they'll be pounding fufu upon fufu that they will not give the lecturer some to eat. They will also be fighting their daughters and their children over food in the house. They will not obey social norms. So norms are here, socially approved ways of behavior that we are expected to observe. You come to class, if you are not talking, you just mute yourself, but they say, we will not do it. Yo, Mate, we shall see. So another prerequisite is biological prerequisites, and here we have social control. See, if you leave us right now, we shall fight. We shall fight. And so we need some of these mechanisms to control the way we conduct ourselves. If we are going by laws, we should go by laws. We should, so it's essential requisite mechanism to be provided whereby individuals may be compelled to observe the norms. This one is also quite related to, who is this? So who will be expected to obey such rules? Then interest towards positive action. There are some people who don't want to engage in anything positive. That is why the prisons are choked. The prisons are choked. For them, they have chosen to engage in negative activities, negative behaviors. So if you are part of the social system, please ensure that you work to the well-being of the society. So the actors in the social system should willingly accept the social system as theirs. We need to accept it. They should not have resentment against it. If we are all contributing to the nation's education system, we all have different roles we can contribute. Don't say that for me, I don't think I can do anything better. I went for an interview some time ago when I was getting my lecturer appointment. Then they asked me, so what will you do to help us? Then I said, I said, okay, whatever is here, I'll contribute. I'll also help you to achieve it. Then they were looking at me. But today, in fact, you see, I think I played smart. I didn't want to say things that will give them that kind of expectation. But for now, I see that I am gradually being given some leading roles to play that will help the organization to achieve its purpose. We have cultural prerequisites, and here there are language that we need to use. That's why we talk about language as a barrier, even when the curriculum wants to be put into good use. Language is very important. Then system of communication. So in the system, in the social system, we have different ways of communicating. Each and everyone is supposed to contribute in a way that will help people to understand that. Now we will come to social organization. Okay, let me pause here for questions and contributions. Based on what we have discussed so far, any question, contribution, any clarification, any insults? All right. So if there is silence, then it means that everyone is okay. Everyone is okay with what has been said so far. Now we want to see social organization. And here we're looking at the pattern of interaction that actually exists when people come together as a social system. And so you see that there's that kind of a relationship that exists between us as individuals, so far as we are in the organization. And so far as social will come in, then you don't forget we're talking about social beings, we're talking about the society, we're talking about people, talking about their welfare. And so what are some elements of African social organizations? Some characteristics that we can say about social organization is that any social organization is goal-oriented. We have something we want to do. We have something in mind we want to do. Armed robbers have goal, but are they social organization? Yes, they are social organization. But the question comes in if what they are doing is acceptable or not. We have prostitutes. For now, they have modified it, calling it hookups. So they will hook up you right now. In fact, people have experiences in there. They have experiences in there. Some time ago, my boss was just traveling. He was just moving from campus to the house, and it was quite late. Then she saw that a lady was just standing by. He said the lady was so he had pity. The human nature came and said, okay, let me consider this person. He just stopped the car, opened the door for the lady to just come in. As they were going, he said, Grandpa, the same. So he has seen a lecturer with his car, so the same. So for now, I think some of these things have changed. What is your goal? Do you know the goal for teaching? That course you said you want to teach. It is goal-oriented. So you cannot tell me that you have come and rather come into sleep. We all want to be employed. Some people, you employ them, they come, then they'll be sleeping. They'll be fidgeting with their phones. In fact, you talk to them, then it's like you are talking so much. So what they want to do is just maybe hang on their phones. But the moment they see that the owner or someone superior is coming, that is where you see that they will start running and pretend to be working all along. And I know people who have lost their jobs as a result of that. As a teacher, as an educator, do you have to always be waiting for your CISO to come? Do you have to always be waiting for your headmaster to come? You know that this is our goal. This is what we want to achieve. But then you want to wait for someone to just come and tell you to do that. That's not the best. So if we are a church and soul winning is our goal, you contribute whatever you can do. I also contribute whatever I can do. Then we go. So each member of the group is supposed or is expected to choose a task that he or she can engage in. A wife, a husband, a child, a family. What is our goal? What do we want to achieve? While we want to put up a mansion, then you also want to go and buy bottles, bats. Is that going to help? Then say, oh, see my bomb bomb. See my bomb bomb. So the lady wants to go, the lady wants to go and now pump her bottles so that when she's walking, you see the yuku, the yaka. Is that what you want to do? This is why most of those in the millennial and the Gen Z, we are finding very difficult to do to get married. We need to consider our generation. Again, it is human-centered. I am here because I need to contribute my task, show you my shallow mind so that you will go. So taping their breast too. In fact, I'll call you this person for you to explain. How do they do that? How do they do that? Fourth year, this fourth year too. You have
Mr. Fofi.
Fourth year, come and remove your mouth. Fourth year, he said, is it taping or tapping? So taping
yes, so they tape their breast in order for it to stand properly.
Seen the point, that point.
So it's not true. That's not the reason. So these days we some ladies, me, I don't do it because me, I have standing breast already. So
Who is talking?
Said the chopper is talking.
Who?
Lydia, Holy Ghost bear you.
Holy Ghost. Okay, so you have standing breast already.
Yes. So
continue.
The ladies that tape their breast, they do it because the dresses they wear is either there is no cup in it to fit, or they do it to avoid the bras they've been wearing. There are some dresses that you don't necessarily have to wear bra, or when you wear bra, it will show. So you have to tape the breast so that it will stand to fit the dress, so that when you don't wear bra crown, it's okay. But some of us that have standing breast, we don't need a tape.
But some people too, I know they pack blocks. I know they pack blocks. they pack blocks under their breast. Is that true? Some
It's
also
not true.
breast.
Yeah,
Is
said
that
those of
You
us with
true?
small
have
breast,
to
it's
fast.
normal. It's
Please
normal.
Like
evidence. So those with
small like orange or what? In fact, look
Say
at
it's
the
more
course.
Like
blood, so they use
lemon,
socks.
lemon.
They use socks.
In fact, we are deviating from the course. Oh my God. Hey, some people
Man, I can hold that song.
form kakra bi
Hey,
pe.
you have tips. You have tips.
Say any for my be on your socks. No one should send me bebre, not the ashim. And also a handkerchief and a duku.
When you say kabre. I mean, let me
Is that
this
so?
cause the let me. So
Let
under it,
be going.
I'm going.
There go,
Right.
there go, there go.
So
Continue.
humans are at the
Move
center
on.
of it all. For any social organization, humans are supposed to be at the center of it all, and you cannot put humans aside. Humans are the ones who initiate some of this development, and humans are those who also benefit. So a teacher, I'll ask you, what is your role? Once you are a human and you are dealing with humans, how do you deal with some of these things? So for example, we have, considering church as an example, we may see the church comprising children, adults, and blah, blah, blah. Humans are the center. And even God, they need humans to be worshipped. You get it? All right. So again, another element is people's ability to accept roles or status. That is why I'll tell you as a teacher, do not do it all. Do not find a way to rest. Find a way to rest, but do not over-rest. You see, everyone is supposed to accept a role for the organization to be able to work effectively. But don't be that champion where instead of you pursuing further studies, then you not do it. When you see your colleague doing it, you hate it. You will be reporting the person. I have a mother, I think the person is now with the PhD. He said, I kept quiet. I didn't let people know what I am doing. I was playing my role as expected of me. But then under G, I was having my master's. And so she left her school, even though the headmistress, as at that time, knew she was in the school. She went, unfortunately, that the following time, I am sure I've told you before, the money, that's validation came, monthly validation came. She just looked through, didn't see the person's name, and she just called, hey, as soon as I have not seen your name in the list today, said, oh, sorry, I have moved to different institution, SH, I think at the College of Education. And so accept the role. As you are accepting the role, as you are accepting the position, try to better yourself. Every member of an organization is expected to take a role. When the moment it comes, you are supposed to take a position. Don't say that for me, I'll not take it. Take it. Take that status. Contribute to it. But don't forget, when you are not there, when you are no more, someone will take your position. That's the naked truth. Be willing to contribute whatever you are, whatever you have been asked to do. But be ready and be willing to also contribute your own time. Is that okay? All right. And so every member, in fact, some time ago, I cried. I've been in this institution for almost 11 years. A person, a lecturer died, and when he died, the following day, someone was on his seat. Someone had resumed his seat. And so please, let us all be careful. Accept the role that has been given to you, but don't relent. Right, so our time is fast, but then I want us to do an additional 1 hour. You see, for us to run, I'll be able to run, but at least there are you have more experiences that you can share that will surpass mine. That is why we are still here. So I want us to use additional one hour from my own pocket to do that. If you are cool with it, I'll do it. Let me see by hand those who want us to continue. If you don't want it to, I'll just end it and go and find my Kukunte.
No. Let's consider. And I'm the who says those was about 265 slides, and we have just about 1 week to end.
Yes, so tomorrow we'll continue. But today that's why I had to push the lecture to today, so that I'll do it. I've now reviewed the intention. I've now reviewed the intention to you. Right. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. Who am I? Without you, I cannot do anything. Right. So there are norms. There are norms that are also binding the individuals, and every member is expected to obey the rules. So there are times they will tell you, if you want to go for further studies, come and tell me how many years do you have to teach after college before you can seek further education?
4 years.
4 years. Okay, initially I thought it was 5 years. So if I thought 5 years, or it depends.
Yes, if you're in the rural area, 2 or 3, you can.
Oh, okay. So some people will say, hey, for me, I want to obey the rules. I will not do anything. Yes. So you have taken the right initiative. You are at the right place. You don't need to be working. You don't need to be working for, let's say, 4 or 5 years before you say that I want to seek further education. Also, although in the organization we said you need to do that, but I'll tell you, although we are recording, I don't care. You will have to at times take certain initiatives. At times, the rules they are just there, but you have to just jump in them so that you're doing some of these things. Although when they get hold of you, you say, had I known. But then you also need to take the initiative. So any breach of these norms and laws or societal laws or rules may bring chaos, may lead you into you being punished. You may get a query, but then take the initiative. That's what I have seen. That GES is there for you, but then if you don't take some of this initiative, norms and the morals, the morals will debilitate you. Right? There are sanctions. There are sanctions in the organization. If you go or if you do not obey some of these rules, you will be sanctioned. The laws, if you don't obey them, you'll be sanctioned. And so for us to have that kind of smooth run of our organization, these sanctions need to be given out. Some time ago, my principal, you see, I'm teaching in a college of education now, and they are also taking degree. Some time ago, he said he needed drivers to come and drive him, but because they were, I don't know how to put it, but that like they were saying, oh, Kwame will go and do. They were apportioning blames and other things. So one day he had an emergency call. He called them. They didn't pick. He said when one of them called, he was in the middle of the road, the journey. So he drove himself and went. When he came, he gave them a query. When that thing was done, the drivers realized, hey, their work was at stake, and if they don't behave well, their jobs their job was going to be taken from them. So they had to do that. And so as teachers, there are times we may have to be engaging in some of these things. There's a possibility that withdrawal of certain privileges may be exercised. Suspension, dismissal, payment of fines, you being deprived of certain privileges or being minted out to you. When that happens, you don't need to say that they don't like me. Of course, there are sometimes discrimination may happen. Maybe the headmaster or headmistress in question has an interest in a specific person. And so the kind of treatment that will be given to you will be different from that which will be given to the other person. When it happens that you don't be worried, just ensure that you wouldn't be repeating such behaviors. Now, there is another element which talks about continuity. And here we want to continue to see that the association continues to grow. It is growing, it is functioning as it is supposed to. You see, so don't be surprised, don't be bothered when you see people coming in day and day out. Someone said, the profession I am handling now. See, let me tell you, I love teachers more than anything. I like teachers more than anything. Because without you, someone cannot read. If you are saying education is expensive, have you tried ignorance? Teachers are very important, but our profession is in such a way that because people are able to replace us, people are able to come and continue our work, that has led the stakeholders not to regard us. And so teachers, what are you doing about it? Someone can just, today, if you say you will not teach, they can get someone who will come and replace you. And I'll be using RME as an example because they think it's related to the Bible and people living some of these things. So they say, oh, Chief Imam can just come and teach RME. The chief priest can come and teach it. The Reverend Minister can come and teach it. In fact, you go to most schools and they'll tell you, because you are a pastor, because you are a Reverend Minister, come and teach RME, come and teach CRS. That is wrong. It's not the best. It's like you are not respecting the people who are supposed to do such things for you. Because of continuity, someone can just come and continue from wherever you left it. Of course, we tell you, draft your lesson plans in such a way that in your absence, someone can just come and take it and teach it. Come and follow the steps you would have used to teach it. So continuity is very important. That if we are in an organization, let us ensure that we continue, because you can be replaced today. That is why I'm telling you that try to climb up. See, don't overwork yourself. If you overwork yourself, someone else is seated somewhere whose CV is ready to replace you. That is the continuity you're talking about here. And so it is very important we plan very well. I don't know whether I am trying to make sense. Now, the last thing is talking about creating a new social order. And this topic has to do with where individuals are now ensuring that they are contributing their part, they are contributing their roles, or they are playing their roles effectively to ensure that everything that is supposed to work in the social system is working as expected. And so a social order here, component, the various institutions are coming together to ensure that there is that kind of harmony and there is that kind of peace between the various entities. So we're talking about social system. Everyone is supposed to come and contribute his task. And so in a social order, we are being given two people who we call the bourgeoisie and the proletariat by Karl Marx. Karl Marx is the one who is behind that. And he used it to explain conflict, that when there is disharmony or there is mayhem in the community or in this, between these two people, there is always going to be conflict. So that is where he explained conflict from. So he said the bourgeoisie are those who are the capitalists, and they have the money. They have the money. They call for action. So just like today, in case you want to talk about the bourgeoisie, we can talk about the politicians. They have the money. We can talk about lecturers because they have the say. Who is there? Are you there? Are you there? So they call for action. They are the leaders of whatever you want, they want to happen. Now, there is the other side who are called the proletariat. They are the poor. They are the lower class. Teachers too, you are part of the bourgeoisie. You are part of those lawmakers. You are the owners of the production. Now, we are going to control people out there. So where do you want to belong? Do you want to belong to those who work, those who take instructions from the well-to-do, the bourgeoisie, or you want to take it from those who are now in, those who are also at your level? If you want to climb up, then I will entreat you to work very hard. So for these people, there are times the bourgeoisie, that's those who are in charge of production, they are having the resources to ensure that people are working effectively because they have whatever they need or whatever they possess, they use it to control the proletariat. The proletariat are also trying to now jump and join the ranks of the bourgeoisie. But you see that these bourgeoisie will put in stringent measures to prevent them from coming. And so when that happens, it is going to lead to problems. And it is happening in our system today. There is unequal distribution of the national cake or national resources. See, some people, the moment they climb up the ladder and get to the top, instead of they allowing their colleagues to join them up there, some of them, do you know what they do? They will just lift the ladder up there, use their cutlass and their saws and their dormer machines and other machines just to cut it. Some use blade. They will cut it into pieces. That's the mind of people we have today. So they will not allow you to rest. They will not allow you to join them. You will let them go let them go to parliament right now. The moment they go there, you will see that they are going to now put in some measures to prevent you from joining them. So for a social system to work, we need a balance where those up there, they are making flexible rules to ensure that those who are beneath them will join them up there. That also reminds me of Gareth Haddon, G-A-R-E-T-T-E, Haddon. For him, he spoke about the case against helping the poor. If you look at his theory, the case against the poor, that is where you see that, hey, people don't want to help us. People don't want to help us. They see it to be an aid. And if it's an aid, it is coming with some conditionalities. So the Europeans are saying that, hey, no, let us not help them. Let us not help them at all. So this world wealth is like a boat. Wealth is like a boat. That is what the theory says. Where those bourgeoisies, asikafono, they are in the boat. And the boat is infested with so many products, so many things in the boat. So be it proper education, proper healthcare, proper this, proper that. And we are all trying. So those who are going outside the country, that's what they are doing to us. They want us to come. Now they are saying that, hey, if we should allow, so there is another boat which is carrying people, and that boat is now capsizing. If care is not taken, it will throw people into the water. And so some people have now jumped, knowing that how the tempest is rolling, they have now jumped into the sea, and they are trying to join those who are in the boat, where they have food, they have better education, better health system, better security, better social life. They are trying to join them. But guess what? There are some people in there who are debating that let us not help them. If they are in the sea coming, if they are in the water, they are in the water swimming, coming, moving towards the boat. Let us not mind them. If we should mind them right now, the boat is going to exceed its capacity, and all of us are going to die. All of us are going to die. And so instead of we pulling them upwards, let us be throwing down some of the food to them in the water. And that is what is happening to us now. And so Walter Whitney came in and said, in fact, if you look at what is happening today, we shall say that the Europeans are indeed, they are part of why Africans are not developing. Why? Instead of they giving us the way to grow, instead of them helping us to excel, guess what they are doing? They are rather using our people, calling them, come and do further studies, come and do this. And the way, in fact, I was listening to someone, I said, the way a black man will work his heart out, it's so disheartening. A white man, let his nose pain him more. Come on, he's gone. He'll not come. He will not come to work. But for the black man, hey, you let him run the whole night. In the morning, he needs to go. He needs to go. So some people have said that Africa, the state we see now, the underdeveloped nature is attributed to the Europeans. So we have the European factor. Don't forget, slavery played an important role. Now you see us short, like small. This one is upgraded glass. You see us short. In fact, they took all the tall guys and sent them away. So if you were tall enough, come on, you were taken into slavery. Those who could work. Now go to the US and you will see how the blacks have contributed to the development of these countries we are saying they are developed. So the question is it that they have the means, that is why they are doing it, or it is us? Why is it that when the blacks go there, they excel? You go to the various big companies and you see that blacks are leading. They are leaders. Then you ask yourself, what is happening? If they had stayed here, wouldn't they have also contributed to the development of the nation? So some people have said, when you put aside the European factor, when they come in, take our resources, take them away. For now, I think, I have heard the oil refinery is working. So some of the crude oils can be now worked on for us to get. But can you just imagine, we We are sitting on money. We are sitting on oil, but then we are importing oil. It is not so disheartening. So, but some people also saying that, hey, no, the Europeans have done their part. They have denied us the resources and the things, the stuff we need. Aside all of these, we are also contributors of our own problems. We are also contributors. And what do you think are some of the ways we Africans, we are contributing to our own problems? Are we poor? Are we poor? What is leading to our underdevelopment? Who is talking? Who is talking?
Sir, corruption.
Okay, so corruption is one.
So I think greediness is also a factor.
Greediness is a factor. Okay. Greediness, how?
Because the political chairman wants anything for his or her family only.
So the question is, are you also not greedy? Yeah. So bribery and corruption, greediness. What are the causes? What are the causes of our development?
So mismanagement is also one.
Mismanagement of what? Of women?
Mismanagement of our resources.
Okay. That's it, yes. So if you say mismanagement, I'll just choose to put anything there. Christiana.
So I think lower wages and salary.
I know they can help you. It's very true. It's very true. How can a worker work? But should we be paid on hourly basis or we should be paid monthly basis?
Hourly. I think that is good.
Hourly.
Then hourly, how much do you expect to be paid?
That one needs much analysis, sir.
Oh, okay.
2,000.
Pardon?
2,000.
2,000 per hour.
Yeah.
Why? Are you are you at the goal 100 cities, madam? Why?
So, I think 10 cedis per hour, but it will be multiplied by the number of children in each class.
Hey, 10 cedis per hour. So if you have 50
multiplied by the number of children in the class.
50 students, hey, No. Then let us go by the normal. Hey, Emmanuel.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
I think religion is one of them.
Religion. How is religion causing that?
Religion causes our underdevelopment in the sense that most of our problems, instead of us to think outside the box and find maybe scientific solutions, we attribute it to God, and we pray like that.
Then
Oh
we also
yes,
have religious conflicts. Religious conflicts also.
yes. So, but do you accept the fact that religion cannot is also causing that problem?
Yes.
Instead of people going to work, then they say, I'm
Yes.
they will go to prayer. In fact, they will go to prayer service Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. In fact, every day they will go. Then they will be looking onto the Lord. Oh, my Lord, I'm looking onto you. If you don't come, I don't have anything to do. So that one is part. And they spend about 8 hours in there. Meanwhile, they can go out there to go and sell water. When they get the money too, there's still the little money you have to. Some reverend ministers will also take the money from you. Yes, so Emanuela.
Okay, so I also think moral
Emanuela,
decay.
where's your center?
Ganas.
Ganas, okay, because of their phone. That's why I'm asking you that question.
I think moral decay is also another cause of Africa's underdevelopment.
How?
So moral decay, like social vices, violence, prostitution, and the like.
Oh, okay. Okay, so Ahe Francis.
Yes, I also think that the main cause and the problem is ignorance, because we Africans have that mentality. And with the ignorance mentality, we can never develop any good thing. Thank you. Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
I think Sir has mistakenly muted himself.
Oh.
Comfort. Comfort.
Sir, please, I also think
Wait, what do I say?
Madam patient, please mute.
Eva.
Yes,
Sir, please,
sir.
I also think lack of innovation and creativity is also one of our major problems, and
How
also
do you
over
explain that?
reliance
On AI.
the foreign countries.
How do you explain that? With examples and diagram.
With we have the natural resources. Now the machines and the other things that these people that come for our resources at a cheaper cost use to process them. If we were to be creative and innovative enough, we would have been able to produce those machines whereby we can be able to process the very things they come for. These are natural things to go and process and then bring them back to us at a higher cost. We would have been able. We are not thinking in creative ways in order to come out with these machines, but rather we are rather depending on these white people to come out with these machines, which most of them we are even unable to acquire. So at the end of the day, they will still come back and exploit us.
at a lower cost and then go back
I
and
agree
come and
with you.
sell back to us the things they took from us at a higher cost.
Mm. Has anyone bought chocolate recently?
That's another problem. We produce
Yes.
it,
Yes,
So
so
please.
they come for
we
it,
we
process it, and
produce
come
it
and
here.
sell to us at a higher price.
So in fact, we say that we are the cause of our own problems. Eva, thank you so much. Comfort. Hey, sorry.
I was
Yaubua.
going to
Okay.
talk about
Eva.
mismanagement. Yes,
Okay. Mismanagement.
yes. Don't manage our resources and everything well, and that's the main reason why we are suffering.
All right. All right. Yaubua. Nana ya yanko.
Hello.
Shall we go?
Yeah. The problem is that we lack leadership and direction. In a sense that
It means I'm not
um
the one who said it too.
yeah there is a Chinese proverb that goes this way. Unless you change the direction where you are going, you can't see any positive change. So it means
Okay.
that from time immemorial, the problem is that we lack leadership and direction as well, because the politicians will come and go, the same situation at hand. So it means that we have all the needed resources to move forward. But if you don't have a good leader and you don't have a positive direction, you will still sing the old song. So I think that is my contribution.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. In fact, hey, wow. Okay. Ajewa.
So please, we can also talk about lack of motivation.
How?
When you look at Ghanaians, most of the people are very, very talented. That they can even stand in and then do most of the things that we need. But because Ghanaians think that all that we have is fake, what our own people does, they fake or something. They to take what is outside, that is made in outside Ghana, than the made in Ghana. Let's look at an expertise like its aspect like our late Kojo Safo Kantanka.
Sampo Kantanka, yeah.
He could make cars, he could make televisions, he could make a lot of things. There was a time that his knowledge, they sent his cars to Parliament and for the Parliament to approve it. For Ghanaians to purchase, Parliament boycotted it. Now the whites were buying it because they saw that it was best. Not that alone. Ghanaian leaders could have motivated that man to the point that they could motivate him to the point that he would train other people to help know what it is, so that people will start to manufacture the machines, the things Ghanaians need. But we realize that it has never happened that way. I think they were even demotivating the people who were trying to even work with them. So I think that Ghana, we don't like what we have. We think that all we have is big. We don't motivate our experts and others. We want those who are outside.
All right.
For them.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Okay,
Comfort
sir.
you. Yes, madam.
I think our educational system is also a problem.
Go
Yes,
now.
in the sense that when we are when in our educational system, maybe probably the way the other countries do, right from the onset, children start specializing in a particular skill. But in our case, we are made to learn everything. And then at the end of the day, we even get confused. Sometimes we don't even know which direction to take. For all you know, if we were to specialize, a child right from the beginning would have been able to start producing small things. And when that child grows up, you can imagine what that child will be able to do. By the education, now we have piles of subjects that we are expecting these children to specialize in all those areas. And then the system is also in such a way that there's a standard examination. If you are not able to pass, then that means you are good for nothing. You can't go on, you can't go forward. How about we
Right.
try to restructure the educational system? We also don't have resources that are supposed. We talk about, look at this subject that we are creative arts. It is a nice course, but we don't have the resources to make this a subject a reality. They are all missing. Then we go and then go and talk and talk and talk. And the teachers are not even trained for some of the subjects. Let's say, for instance, we don't have a situation where you have a teacher going to the training college to go and specialize in creative arts. Then a teacher who has gone to study mathematics is made to teach creative art. How effective is that teaching going to be?
Say, example, me, I did JHS education, but here's the case that I'm teaching in class 1. You can imagine.
I think you are also happy. Aren't you also happy? And yeah, there, I did be and you are happy. Agnes, you see,
So our
I've got
educational system is a problem. It's a problem.
Say, please, I'm not happy. Oh. My
Some
first
of us are
term, it
not
wasn't
happy at
easy for
all.
me.
We
First
are not
term, no.
happy at all.
this is
Because
what
if
we
I
call
take my course and I don't even take a book, I can teach. But wait, the
G.
courses, the class they kept us, we are not happy at all. But you can't complain. If you say tell you that, my head will come and tell you that, go and change it from Accra, then come.
Oh, amazing. In fact, you see, we have a very big problem. All university teaching people how to drive, and they were teaching that on a board in Ghana here. You are learning how to drive tractor, and you are learning on board.
Spiritually. Yeah, learning it spiritually.
So for me, I see this to be craft and pulling him down, or jealousy. I think that is why we are still not growing. Of course, in fact, we will see and talk 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 and still, but we cannot get a solution to it. But then these are the reasons why we are not growing as a continent, as a nation. If we will change our ways, I think we will be able to do this. So for me, I have said that, well, before I will employ you, I'm going to establish a school. And that is one of my aims. Before you will come to my school, I'll ask you, why are you teaching this? If you don't have it on your fingertips, you will not be employed. What's your philosophy of teaching? Are you there to just do chew and pour, or you are just in there to make it practical? So we have various ways we can solve this problem, and I'm giving that one to you for you to solve them. If you know the genesis of the problems, then I think you are in the right position to solve them. Now we want to move on to talk about the unit 3. Let us start it a bit. We have about 20 minutes more to go. The concept of morality and values, and in there we're going to look at some basic values like courtesy, like we having daily conversation, things we need to do, what we call morality of speech. There's things we say, and this is one of the areas that is also good. Greetings. Some people, you see, they see you, they will not greet you. Hey, those ladies that will meet people will not greet them. Is it that you are in that time of the month or what? Or you don't respect anyone? They will just bypass you. You see that this person is this person. The person will join you in a car. That's why I need to get my car. When they see you, they will not greet you. I was like that some time ago.
It's not their fault.
Madam?
It's not their fault.
Sometimes you don't like talking.
Oh, sorry. Then you
It's
should.
not their fault.
Then you do
Sometimes
say, okay.
They were not taught to greet, so they don't see anything wrong with it when they bypass you like that. It's the training.
Oh. No. You see a person, oh, very nice person. This person should greet, wouldn't greet. And do you expect this one to take you to his house and to his family so that when you go there, you not go and greet them? When you like the person to
So I think they always expect people to greet them.
Oh, but you see, some time ago I was traveling. I traveled to a place. Just even you see here, right? It happens normal times when you see people standing, but you just bypass them. And when you go and unfortunately you miss your way, that's when you come back. And when you come back, you come and meet them. So I was going to one office. I saw the security master and I said, get off my way and let me go my way. I entered the office, no one was there. I now had to, not knowing that they were going for a meeting, and I ignored the watchman at the entrance. Now, when I came, he said, come and see watchman teaching me lesson. Hey! or you saw a ghost. Can't you see?
The one is given to you.
He gave it to me. And I had to turn. Then when the following day, and I greeted him. And then he started laughing.
You didn't say thank you.
It's not easy. You come to most of the offices, and when you meet someone, you don't ask direction. Oh, I saw some students some time ago. They said room 11, Gene 11, not knowing that the Gene 11, all of them, in fact, they were menu. The Gene 11 is a washroom, and come and see. All of them were just moving. Hey, so they went and said, it's a washroom. Meanwhile, they had bypassed their seniors who were seated there. UCC here, Gene 11. If you are at religion department, Gene 11, it's a washroom. But because they ignored us. And so you see, we want to now imbibe some of these things in our learners so that when they go to public, they wouldn't go and disgrace themselves. That calls for courtesy. They say courtesy begins, courtesy for boys and girls, right? Is there anyone here who has read that book before? Courtesy for boys and girls. Hey. Is there anyone here who has read it? You are just giving me thumbs up.
Please.
You are not asking any question. But you are not. I will not ask you any question. But what are some of the things in there?
When you are eating, don't talk. When there is food in your mouth, actually, don't talk.
When you meet
table
any
manners.
person, meet the person.
When you are eating, you don't make noise with your cutlery set.
You have said cutlery set, and I've just remembered. Oh, please, if at this level you don't know how to use cutlery sets, you go and disgrace yourself. You disgrace yourself. Some people, oh, in fact, the time the person realized, oh, then the rice was in the nose. Oh, in public, oh, let me continue. It's not my concern. Don't say natural folk. So courtesy is very important. In fact, don't say courtesy.
5 hands.
So instead of 4, you want 5. Okay. But Florence, stop that thing. Have you ever seen Kokonte be eating its capital before? It doesn't go me now. It would be like please allow me to continue my lecture. Oh, so we have courtesy, that kind of respect we show to others through words or through oral words or through written words or communication. You see, so courtesy for boys. Then it is that kind of polite behavior, polite, that kind of solemn behavior, that kind of good boy, nice girl behavior we show to people. And so we express courtesy in our daily conversation. As you greet people anytime you come across them. So in words you use, they will depict or demonstrate a level of courtesy you possess. Okay, some people don't like doing some of these things. Someone say, no, sir, please, pardon, thank you so much, you are welcome, I appreciate you, excuse me, and a whole lot of words you can say. And that's, in fact, we are not above that. And don't forget, we are training you, we are giving you the skills so that you go and also pass on, use the skills to teach them. So we know that you know all of this. For this part, in case you want me to just lead it for you, I will just lead it for you so that you read it on your own. So we show that in the titles we give to our leaders, okay, we express courtesy through that. And for example, when you go to Nigeria, you have senator, governor, Bosu, they have titles. Yes, chief. They have titles. They ascribe to some of the people.
Odogu.
Yeah.
Odogu.
Parara.
Yeah. So these are some of them. Now, when you go to Gambia, for a good example, we have title that has been given to him based on his qualities. And I want someone to say the words for me for this part. I always invite people for them to call it. Where I have highlighted for you.
Yahya Jammeh was His Excellency Sheikh Professor Alhaji Dr. Yahya Abdul Aziz Awal Jamuz Jonkana Jammeh Nasiru Din Babili Mansa. Isn't that amazing?
Isn't that beautiful? Yes. Isn't it beautiful? A guy should also say, let's go. So the president, that's Yahya Jammeh, this is a title the Gambian has given him. Okay. So who the guys, gender equality, we go.
Kofi, let's go. Kofi,
No, I like
Hey.
Paul, where are you? Paul Kisiado, where are you?
Well, today we don't have any guy here.
Yahya Jammeh was His Excellency Sheikh Professor Alhaji Dr. Yahya Abdul Aziz Awal Jamus Jonkona Jammeh Nasiruddin Babili Mansa.
So start from His Excellency.
His Excellency Sheikh Professor Alhaji Dr. Yaya Abdul Aziz Awad Jama Jaku Jama Nasiru Din Babil Mansa.
Atasa, Atasa,
Babili.
Atasa.
Dean Babili Mansa. In fact, Musa is not part of it. You have done well. Clap for yourselves. All of you have done well.
A man defense, a man defense.
Right. So we also express courtesy. Hello. Courtesy is also expressed in greetings. In case you are eating and someone comes, meet you, there is a way the person greets you. In case you are at the cemetery and the person comes meet someone comes meet you, the person has a way of greeting you, and so many things you can talk about. When someone gives birth, there is a title we give, there is a greeting we ascribe to such a person. Again, we express courtesy during eating, okay, just as one of us indicated earlier. So courtesy at table is also expressed that when you have not swallowed a food, you don't put in a new one, you don't overload your food, you don't talk while. So these are some of the things we can talk about. So again, the table manners is there. So we come to greetings. So we know that greeting is very important. In Akan, we call it inchia. Someone may align it with shaking hands, or someone may talk about it, the verbal component. But most of the time for the Akan, as they are greeting you, you see that they also extend some handshake alongside. Then when you are also greeting, you don't expect to. So, for example, when you go to funerals, you also greet there. Others also expect that when you are greeting, you bow. So, or you draw closer to people to greet them. These are all ways of we expressing courtesy. Let me see. So, wherever you are going, you are expected to greet. Whether you are in that month or not, try to greet. Try to greet. It's very important. Don't do your face nama like that. You're not the only one who is a lady. So try to greet, and doors will be open for you. When you go for funerals or when you go to funeral grounds, you also have a unique way of greeting. When you are posted as a teacher and the place is not all that large, the village is not all that large, you need to find a way to visit the chief's palace to introduce yourself. Okay, so a person who fails to greet in public is considered to be impolite. A person is expected to be antisocial, is expected to be disrespectful. And so reflect in your life. Are you the type who are you the type who does not greet people? If you don't greet people, be very careful. If you want to get married, try to avoid such behaviors. So we have daily greetings in them, and when you go, so when you're at the table, we have ways of inviting people to come and eat. So you can say, Brabe Didi, then the person also respond, Sadam, and now what to me, say me Kuremu, see you Madase, see Kuremu. So there are different ways the various cultures we have in the country express greetings. These things are easy to do. Of course, when you go to the graveyard, don't run away. Don't run away and say, some people, they don't want to talk at the cemetery. I remember, hey, should I say this? I'm even afraid of when I was in SHS, I remember going to sit on someone's grave. Hey, answer you. So I had to sit on the person's grave. When you go to the cemetery and people are digging graves, you don't run away. You don't run away or don't keep quiet. That when you talk, there are spirits there, so they will also pick you. When you get there, you say Mamudie, that's accept my condolence. Then they also say thank you or sorry for your loss. So when you go to such place, you greet them. But one question I have: do you greet when you are pressed? When you are pressed, do you greet? Why is it that people? Okay, so I see Poku has hand up.
Yeah, I said, sometimes when you are pressed, you don't greet because if you greet, they may entangle you with some conversation, which may lead to something uncomfortable. So you run and go and do justice to yourself and come back and greet them.
Go and clear yourself before you come.
Yeah. About the greetings that you were saying, I have an example. It was 2002 when I completed JHS. I went to Accra
That
to live with.
time I was 50 years old.
Yeah. I went to Accra to live with my mother. My mother was there, and I went to live with her. When I went, I was selling meat pie.
Okay.
So we were residing at Lungwa, and that place too, they have a lot of shrine. They have a lot of shrine there. As a result, when you are selling, you don't shout, you don't call for someone to come and buy what you are selling. You just roam around the streets. If someone sees you and the person wants to buy, then the person will call you, but you don't make noise.
Okay.
So I was roaming when I saw some elderly and I greeted them. When I greeted them, I baptized them. I was about to enter a certain place. It was a prince, and I said, hey, and that was my first time there. So if what they were saying, I didn't understand. So I was just going, and one came and said, hey, come here. So I asked them, they said, you are entering into a shrine. That place is a shrine. We have 99 gods there. And I said, hey.
Like by now you be the 100th.
Yes. They said there were 101 left, so it's allowed with 99. When it is time for
You were
the
going to be there.
Yes.
100.
Yeah, I was going to be the 100. So if I didn't greet, assuming if I didn't greet, what would have happened to me at this time? So greetings, as you're saying, is very, very important, and we must at least make sure we inculcate it in the younger generations. Thank you, sir.
Exactly. Don't say they are Gen Z. So for them, Generation Z. So for them, they are not supposed to be greeting. That is, sorry to say, nonsense. If you see anyone who regards such person not to be wealthy, not to live with, not to live with. Yes.
Thank
All right.
you.
Thank you all so much. Thank you so much for the example. In fact, I see some hands up. Okay. Let me take questions. So we'll end the grave side here and probably continue tomorrow evening, God permit. So let me see the questions. Oh, I saw some questions. Eva.
Mine was
okay.
a contribution. I was going to answer whether we are to greet when we are praying. Should I?
Yes, please.
Let's go finish first.
I think we can go on. Mine was a contribution.
Oh, okay, then all of you should contribute because for me, I am done talking.
Okay. So regarding greetings when one is praised, among we the accounts, it is even impolite to greet when somebody sees that you are praised or you are going to that place and then you greet. You are regarded as impolite. Yeah. Apart from you likely to do it on yourself, that is one perception that we have. And then even in some communities, when one hasn't even pasted or brushed the teeth, it is a taboo for you to even greet. So these things are kind of I would say community based and then also somehow related. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, so Eva.
Oh, so that was exactly what I was coming to say.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you even know that these hands we are using, the way you use your hand determines how you will be treated. So it once happened that in my hometown, in one of Clapham town, there was this. I think he was closer to the king. Yes, for me my place we use a king. He's a king. So he was dancing. He was dancing. Then he used his left hand to point his butt, his buttocks. Then he just showed it. In fact, you see, he commanded like left, right. He commanded everything, and then he pointed everything. He put everything into his left hand and sent it to his buttocks. This thing, then they caught him and said, "Hey, what's about? What's about? Come here." They caught him and said, "Who be killed Dan Kwame?" So you should know how to use the gesture. Are you bowing to greet? He was dancing. For him, he thought he was just. But I don't know what came over him. Maybe the king might have done something painful to him, and so it was time for him to pay him back, to show him that where you command left and right, everything you put into your anus, you see your life. Now, in fact, as we speak, but for now, he's no more. The man is no more. But then he was asked to perform some sacrifices, and so please, that is why if you don't know, don't go and do any guy. If you don't know, just stay afar and look at how people are greeting the king before you go there. If they're not, I'm not the one who taught you. Learn how to greet. It's very important. Learn how to greet. Yes. So for ladies, in case you are going, let's say you go to a family there with your husband, because the husband is the head of the family. That is what some of the ladies are trying to reject. But you see, no matter what happens, if you come to the African community, the husband is the head of the family. Let him lead you. Let him also do that. Let him do that. Learn how to greet and bow. Some people, it's like they have egg. Let me keep quiet there. That greeting where they will just bow and greet. No. Some time ago, I was talking to one minister, and the minister was telling me, the minister is a female. He said, but when you look at the way the vice president carries herself, it's so nice. Her humility is a top notch. I said, yeah. So she bows to greet. You look at these personalities, you say, wow. President Mohammed's wife, Walina, the way they bow to greet, it's so nice. So you can be taking some of these things as TLRs and be using them in your teachings just for the next generation to be able to emulate from them. Thank you all so much. for coming this evening. 3 hours hasn't been easy at all. And I know tomorrow too, you have different plans and different activities that you're going to embark on. I thank you all so much for your audience. Can you just imagine? I am not done. I am just praising you, and you have just turned the generator on. Whose phone is that? Is it that?
I'm charging, it's on charge, and at the same
Can you
time,
just imagine? That is why I can feel that my head is aching me because I'm on the course.
no. As soon as I take off the charger, then it becomes okay. When the charger is on, that is how it behaves. Yes, that is what I've observed. I don't know whether you can hear the noise again.
Let me tell you,
it's very dangerous, but I have no option.
Because all this was, but you have done well. All of you have done well. I know your batteries are just running low.
Yes,
but
I'm only just 2%.
Oh yes. So you let us leave you here so that you charge it. Tomorrow we shall meet at the same time. Please tell your friends. See, the kind of question you're going to get is going to be practical, and this is not going to let me chill the slide and go. Even the slide, you have about 240 something pages slides to chew. Can you chew all? So come, as we are here and we are taking the kokunte, as we are taking it, then we are sharing it. Yes. Yeah. And your graduation too, next December. December. Come December.
It's November.
December. Yours will be in December, please. When you are coming, you come with your kokunte.
Okay.
Some of you, this will be the last course I am taking with you. The moment you see me that day, I will come with my fork. The one who said, "Hey, Ovie."
Say.
Hey, senka fork bantaman kan ka be kira wan asemu enka de bedi kokompo. Kokonte ye the fork di. Kokonte ye the fork di. Enkwan no what the ayi na from the best na.
Chia, who say chia?
Amayo koipo.
Okay, which be you? Am I in the course for influence some cry? Hey. All right, thank you all so much and have a good evening. I have really appreciated your time and enjoyed the lesson with you.
Thank you.
Good evening, sir.
You too, sir. Thank you.
Good evening.
Hope. Tomorrow is a 5.
No,
the normal time.
Okay.
It's 6 o'clock, it's not 6:30.
Okay, 6 p.m.
Okay.
Oben se lectures no more fruit near fruit the nim
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, please, this is Hope.
This is what?
This is Hope.
I hope. Let's go.
Yes, sir. That is in the greetings that we have learned today. I want to teach you guys in Ewe.
Let's go.
Yes, so I'm enjoying.
But the cuckoo is here.
Yeah, you have done well. I will give you 5/10.
Hey.
Can you also type it for us? Can you type it for us?
You have to say it Badonama in Ewe. Badonama.
In fact,
Badonama.
But Nasa Badori, but they any pow.
Badonama.
Hey, my friend. You see, but hey, sorry, but
can you type it for us?
So you,
Write that.
Let me hear you. Badonama.
Badonama.
Correct.
So,
9/10. 9/10.
No, anything can happen. Anything can happen, my brother. Type it for us. Anything can happen. Type it for us, my brother.
Yeah, I've done one.
Hope,
I
want to show people how to pronounce it.
So what is the meaning? What is the meaning,
So
please?
say it like, say it like you are feeling sleepy.
Bedunama. Okay, then let me calm down. Donama. Donama.
Please, what is the meaning?
It means greetings. Greetings.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good one. That is Indi now. Indi now.
Indi now.
Yeah, Indi now.
Sir. Indi now. Sir,
Yes.
please.
So when you were saying that kind, I'm also learning your own here. So I want to teach you my own too. Indi nama.
But are we going to write in
Yo. Yo.
Mikata mi fonyo.
Mikata mi fon.
Meda kwena mawo.
We shall your phone.
Hey, never fear because you intro greetings in our way too.
But do not be in a boom just like
Abusuafo we dey at the strand I'm measuring. If I'm sure
Please, are you a bonoa?
Asante. Me patcho that be. Me dey do. Me patcho mo amu ye chi no. Yeah, I am buying no. I think say never be because what a high because the first block now most started first lectures I require not minor for the way because of say information be the measure for the why minor for no you and then the I mean say madam so that means my platform so that platform so that also the measure for one was there I am buying no the information it's yes from a tom platform so I'm on metal a community group now cohort for no I create a mind say the be ya access and yes I be high because exams no be bad information you better so abekwa like that information yes remo anti say mo betimi the link no so abeto that general platform na mind of you na general platform no my no enya na make bet I community platform no ma create ama course bia no Asema some betimi that to so ma ya na ka yesu a join them why because high di na pa Mushrema mo why ta fan
like sabato any chief for no
I said chief.
chief for now I'm major tree no as information bo no ma e come on e platform so yeah mine no because of say any pana or children mine on both minor and major on one children major for na kata o mo relatives ni do information bo no ma e kwedi o mo ho no ma yeah nsanka because let's round when you say what the ambaye nyina me was yesu see any platform no so
it's true
it's really mean say by chief when no more major tree ni bi o mi say na me kan asa na ba ko no me
on Betty.
Okay.
And you're watching at 6:30 p.m. 6 p.m. You be
Now, Mr.
Madam.
So your discussion group na dan ye na ko si sen.
Obi ajoy na me so me free.
Nipa be today 8 o'clock me ho hwe wo.
Nipa be 4 pena na ewu. It's less
time as snap studio.
Oh, quiz no kura nye bete o.
Anio.
Easy.
Sentence and its part no. Enye bete na me sha tentem.
Ana na me ni alaji class oka.
Enti me so channel pa. So channel pa se prof we enti we tin ko ba yakra. Mo be 8 no wi.
Prof be 8.
8 no wi enti ki bit anase se ma ye Tuesday so a. Tuesday feel lesson the whole day.
Anio, adia ye. Tem be my ho tire ya say yes yan dey. Now into where no my areas.
Over my back Yeah,
Family.
you get more than once the time zone.
Yo. Oh my area, so na me.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you. Okay, good night.
Listen to you. Madam Judith, ko.
I was on call.
Ko ade.
Madam Judith here for more. Okay, bye
Then
bye.
call me, Tiedi.
Madam
Bye.
Judith.
Bye bye.
Bye. Yeah, so bye bye.
Yeah. Bago, bago tabo tu poma kwa pen. Wale kuna ya toni chuba. Wapi ndio? Mumba se kwa